Every brony knows the works of Daniel Ingram, who composes many a song for the series My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, as well as works for Pound Puppy's Little's Pet Shop and the animated series Puta, among others. This is a guy who does some of the best and most enjoyable songs and covers an amazingly wide variety of music styles, and can even expertly replicate the music styles of Weird Al Yankovic. This is a guy who's tried his hands in just about everything from polka to Broadway to pop culture to pop songs, and has many a times landed a almost Disney feel to the My Little Pony series. Person that I could very well compare to the likes of the Sherman Brothers, who did movies such as Mary Poppins, Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, The Jungle Book, Charlotte's Web, and The Aristocats, just to name a few. It's also a lot like Rodgers and Hammerstein, who's known for Oklahoma, The King and I, and The Sound of Music, among others. And it got me thinking that there are some shows out there where when you hear the music, you simply enjoy it and you look forward to getting songs from these composers. But there are also a much larger number of composers who do songs that make you almost cringe, dread, and fast forward just to get past the I can't believe they included a musical number in this. Some of the better, more well-known songwriters include John Williams, who did many a movie for George Lucas and Steven Spielberg, including Star Wars, Superman, Indiana Jones, and E.T., and Danny Elfman, who works very often with Tim Burton and did music scores for The Simpsons, Batman, Beetlejuice, and many other such movies. Then we get into some of my other favorites, like Philip Balsam and the lyricist Dennis Lee, who composed a lot of the music for Fraggle Rock, and Paul Williams and Kenneth Asher, who did the very popular Rainbow Connection, as well as songs for Emmett Otter's Judge Band Christmas and The Secret of Nim. Then you get into other shows like Powerpuff Girls, which I also enjoy the music from, but it seems that they have a wide range of different artists contributing to their cause. Marty and Eldine with John Andrews did Love Makes the World Go Round. Although the Powerpuff Girl theme was by James L. Vanderbilt, and the ending theme from Powerpuff Girls was done by Biss. Puffy Amiyumi did the popular Teen Titans theme song, as well as getting their own animated series, because that one song was just so darn popular, it warranted them getting a full animated series based completely on their music called Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi. But they did very little else to contribute to the animation world. The Nicktoon Doug was very famous for these songs by the fictional rock group The Beats, but I can't figure out who wrote the songs for them. Randy Rodell, on the other hand, is a writer, performer, singer, songwriter, and pianist. Good night, everybody, on the Animaniacs. But there's an even more famous Randy Newman, who did songs for Toy Story, A Bug's Life, Monsters, Inc., Cars, and many others, making Randy Newman the next equivalent to what the Sherman Brothers were when it comes to Disney movies. And these are all some of my favorite songwriters. But then you get into the kinds of guys who write songs that sort of makes you cringe and makes you really hate the inclusion of songs in TV shows. These are people like Jay Mast, who does freelance songwriting for Nickelodeon on Dora and Friends and Dora the Explorer, and Chip Whitewood, who did songs for Welcome to Terralot, the Fresh Beat Band, and sadly for one of my favorite shows, Strawberry Shortcake. Something about his songs, every time they come up, I just go, oh man, there's a song interrupting my story, let me fast forward through it. When I get a song from someone like Daniel Ingram, I sit back and enjoy it, with the possible exceptions of the pony songs that were intended to be bad, like the CMC song and Spike's singing of the national anthem, and that one really bad song that was in Rainbow Rocks. But considering those were intended to be bad on purpose, I really can't fault the writer for it. In fact, it's really more of a praise. The point of this conversation is that when you sit back and watch a TV show like Hey Arnold, for example, slipping musical numbers into the middle of the series feels like they're stopping the show and forcing you to listen to a song that really doesn't belong. Series like Phineas and Ferb, that includes songs in every episode. The songs just aren't memorable. There's maybe one or two from the entire Phineas and Ferb series that I enjoy listening to, and the rest just feel like montage songs that really have no point. And the more songs they put into a Phineas and Ferb episode, the more frequently you go like, that really wasn't a good song. That song had no point to it. That was a pointless song. That was a song that made me enjoy the episode less. Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad, they've had a couple of hits like the Monorail song, but they've also had a lot of songs that just made me say, this is really pointless. And they've also sung a lot of songs that were written for other things and weren't their own original works. An animated series like Avatar: The Last Airbender, the songs in that are very epic, but they're kept in the background where they belong. We've only one or two times had a song out in the front, and it wasn't even a full song sung by the characters. The song sung by the Hippies and the song done by the Flamios during the dance sequence worked into the storytelling perfectly. It's not Aang, Katara, Toph, and Sokka stopping in the middle to break into a song and dance number like the ponies do. Something about Daniel Ingram's work makes songs work for My Little Pony a lot more so than when I see pop songs slipped into episodes of Love Hina or Kadocha. It's also a lot more entertaining than the songs slipped into the montage moments of the old Teen Titans series, or some of the other songs that have been in things like Scooby-Doo, for example. There are times when the music works, and there's times when it holds things back and you find yourself groaning, rolling your eyes, and hitting the fast forward button on your remote, trying to skip the song and get on to the rest of the story. A good example there is with Fraggle Rock. The songs in that can be very hit or miss. I love songs like Follow Me and Pass It On, but a lot of the other Fraggle Rock songs, I just do like, oh, it's another song, get this over with quickly. and yet I have to praise the guy who did them for making me have at least a few songs that I enjoy. But when I listen to something like Dora and Friends breaking the song for absolutely no reason, it's just so out of place I can't help but hate the song. It's not a song that's needed, it's not a song that's wanted, it's not even a song that I can enjoy or put onto a CD or something else. Songs like the ones from Powerpuff Girls and the one from the series Offer, when the characters go to the library to get their library cards, those are enjoyable songs. I feel like more often than not, songs come into a TV series and they just get in the way. If the song isn't part of the background music helping to make the story feel more epic, it just gets in the way, it slows down the flow of the story, and it becomes one of those, quote, big-lipped alligator moments, unquote. In other shows like Animaniacs and My Little Pony, I actually look forward to the songs. I want to hear them. I want to listen to them over and over again. I look forward to the episodes when those songs will happen. I go out of my way to find recordings of them. I play them when I have nothing better to do. There are many times when I'll start humming Yato's World or Winter Wrap Up, and it will help improve my mood. Music can be a great thing, like it is in Avatar or in Mary Poppins. Or it can be an annoyance that's highly out of place and slows everything down, like it is in Muppet Babies and Bobby's World and Dora the Explorer. The question that I have on my mind for you viewers today, especially the ones who know your music, is what is it that makes a song successful or not successful? What makes good music? I'm sure most of it is subjective. We all have our likes and dislikes. Some of us like rock and roll, or punk, or rap, or disco, or country, or classical, or opera, or whatever else. And some of us hate those very same things. I love the opera sequence from Hey Arnold, and the opera sequence from some of the Bugs Bunny cartoons. But I don't necessarily love opera itself. I'm not a big fan of rap or rock and roll or punk, heavy metal, or any of this other stuff, but I do enjoy the Poke rap from the early days of Pokemon. I just keep wondering, what is it that makes a song great? Is it repetition? Is it promotion? Is it the presentation? Is it the choreography? Is it the song's importance and the emotional impact to the narrative of the story? What is it that makes a song horrible? Is it the fact that it's slowing down the production and making you wait for the story to continue? Is it the fact that it comes out of nowhere? Is it the character's lack of singing talent? Is it the lack of the song's importance? Is it the fact that the song is singing something that could have been told instead? Is it the pointlessness of the song? It's the question that I'm trying to answer. And if you have any comments on this topic, post it in the section below. Until next time, thank you for watching and good night.